Hello, welcome back to our podcast. The problem is not the real problem.
So, Crystal,
Yes.
what is the problem today?
Well, today's problem is about, do you feel lonely? Do you feel there's an emptiness within you? So this is the problem that we are going to talk about.
Yes, and also I guess sometimes with these kind of feelings, right? People may also feel easily bored.
True.
Do you think these are problems?
I would say at some extent, yes, it can be a problem, especially when you are feeling, alone all by yourself. It's like there is no motivation at all. And when you feel that there's nobody that you can talk to or there's nobody that you can share your stories with, I think that is a problem really. It becomes a mental and emotional problem.
It becomes like a struggle, right?
Correct.
I pretty much believe that everybody has gone through it, things like that at some point of their life. So similarly for me, I obviously had that before. And over the years, right, I can differentiate this thing very well now. Being alone is not lonely. They are not the same. But why did I say that, I had that before? Because I realized in the earlier years, right, I will deny. I always say like, oh, I'm alone, but I don't feel lonely. But now, looking back at how I lived my life last time, I think I was just lying to myself. Because now I really enjoy doing a lot of alone things. I really, really enjoy me time a lot.
Right.
I can just go for a walk, alone and really feel that I love every single moment. I will just go to the nature and just sit there alone. And I really enjoy it. And I don't feel that I am alone,
Okay, I want to know, like, back then when you were feeling like alone and there's an emptiness within you, how do you really feel back then? Like, what are the struggles that you face?
And what was the thing that I could tell, right? Why was I actually feeling lonely?
Yeah.
I realized back then, I always have these back-to-back activities. And I always plan every single thing that I do. So like, let's say, it's Saturday, right? I will be planning my next week full of activities, including taking care of the family, including, going to work out. So I will plan every single thing, every hour there's something to do. And even if I'm very tired, I want to really take a break and just slack at home and sleep, I have to pre-plan this for at least 1 month.
So basically, you are just trying to find things to occupy your time.
Yes. And I always thought back then, oh, I'm just, really very organized person. But as time goes, right, when you are more matured, and especially now that, I've gone through a really very lovely self-love journey, I realized that wasn't what it was. It was just me feeling a lot of emptiness. So I was trying very hard to fill all the emptiness with a lot of activities. So much so that by the end of the day, I will be so tired.
Right.
So that is actually really not healthy, physically and mentally.
True. So how do you like realize that you need to change, and how do you like, not many people will realize that, hey, actually being alone is okay. Yeah.
So I would say, of course, during that course of journey, right, I also meet like so-called the wrong people as well, who are not genuinely wanting to spend time with you. So when you are physically spending time with this group of people or this particular person, oh yeah, you enjoy the kind of time. But then when you're not seeing each other, right, or not with that group of friends, then you realize, hey, we seldom talk. So that had also made me realize, is this friendship even genuine? And I also, from then, right, I was like, what? So who has been with me all the time? My family. Even if we're in the same space, we don't talk, all the time. Obviously, families don't need to talk every single seconds, right?
True.
But there is this security that I could feel, that when I'm at home, there is this security feeling, you know. And also, I had also gone through, during then, I've gone through multiple like burnout because of the crazy activities I put myself through. Work-wise as well, you know, I always tell myself, you know, work, you must give 120%. No matter what, you must do that, you must do that. So work-wise, I also burn out mentally and physically as well. So hence, you know, I had all those episodes of physical issues and also mental as well. Well, that's where this depression also came in. The clinical depression also came in as well. So can you see all these kind of things that we didn't want to really acknowledge these negative feelings? So when you don't acknowledge that it exists, right, it will just keep eating you slowly within, to the point that it starts to control you. So by the time that I need to address this, right, it was a journey. It was difficult. It was really difficult. And I was so glad that I managed to pull myself out. And I also had like the moments whereby, you know, I told myself, enough is enough.
So I'm sure that most people would have gone through this type of low, low period of their at their time, right? So I think it's important for everybody to realize that it's okay to feel alone, and it's okay to feel that I just feel like I just want to be left alone. But at the end of the day, while you are acknowledging that there's this uncomfortable feeling, it becomes a very good sign to tell you that it's time to move on to something else.
Yes.
You know, and I think being lonely, right, it's also a time for you to, you know, spend some time by yourself, internalize all the feelings and emotions. So when you fully accept that, hey, I am feeling this way now, and what shall we do next?
Correct.
Yeah. So that's where the self-care and the self-love thing starts coming in. I mean, whenever you feel the need for a change,
you know,
I think just have the courage to do that. Yeah.
And the very important thing that I learned, right, is this is such an important step. You must be courageous enough to acknowledge the negative feelings that you are experiencing. Don't sweep it under the carpet. Don't. You know, if you feel negative, just say it. I'm feeling unmotivated. I'm feeling negative. You know, because if you don't acknowledge that, right, you will somehow be in this self-deception the whole time. And you keep thinking to yourself, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm fine. But actually, you're not fine, you know? Yeah. So, and that's where things like depression will start coming in, because you're actually not fine, but keep insisting that you're fine. Yeah. So, but why not acknowledge that, hey, I don't feel right now, you know? But it is okay to not feel good. It is okay to not feel right.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that. But let me tell you what is not okay. It is not okay if you continuously let yourself feel this way.
Correct. Like
you
why
don't dwell.
Why do you need to abuse yourself when you know that you're not feeling okay really? Yeah. So why would you still want to continue to abuse yourself further? Yeah.
I think it's very important. The thing that I really want to mention over and over again, right, is it is totally fine to take care of yourself first before you take care of others around you. Don't think that if I take care of myself first, that is me being very selfish as a mom, being very selfish as a wife, being very selfish as a daughter. It is not. Because if you don't take care of yourself, how do you expect to take care of others? Taking care of yourself, it can be as simple as you reward yourself with something. Reward yourself with a me time, to walk, to sleep, to eat. Don't do self-sacrifice. We talked about self-sacrifice before.
Yeah, in our last episode.
Yes. So, this is something that we really want to make this point out to all of you out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all right to feel bored. Just take so-called, I think it's a change of mindset. Instead of saying that, oh, I feel very bored. There are so many things you can do.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of changing that. Doesn't mean that, if I don't do something physically, I don't get out to the mall physically, I don't do this, I don't do that. That is me being in a bored zone. No.
Yeah.
I take more of like, this is me spending time for myself, dating myself.
Correct. And I think it is important to, just look out for yourself first.
Yes.
And, even though sometimes where you have, everybody is busy and you have some free time, I think it will be a perfect moment to, just, enjoy your own company.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you are with yourself.
And the other thing, you must learn to say no. It is really okay to say no.
Yeah.
You don't have to always go with, if someone asks you, hey, do you want to come and join us? If you don't feel like it, just say no. Decline nicely. Doesn't mean that, oh, because this person asked, so I have to go. And then the whole time, right, you're feeling so miserable about it. And this misery, right, I tell you, it's not going to be just that moment of gathering only.
It's contagious.
Yes, it will just continue.
Being negative is very contagious. Yeah. So even if you are not being comfortable being by yourself, right, how would you expect that you will enjoy other people's company? Yeah.
If you need to be alone, you need to be in that hermit mode, do it. I always have hermit mode.
And I think the best time, like for myself, I do meditation. We do meditations, right? So I think it's a good first step to start spending time by yourself.
Yes.
Because when you're doing meditation, right, you are by yourself and your thoughts are with you, and you can really feel that it's going to help you with your by
Your
going
wellness,
inwards,
right.
by going inwards and really understand, hey, what's going on with me? Like how do I feel about certain things? Why am I so upset about, this and that? And by recognizing all these problems, right, that's where you start to know what to do and probably seek, some help or solutions from outside. Yeah.
Now, I think we have touched on a really interesting topic, which we had kind of like talked about it before in our previous Facebook Live, okay, which is meditation. This is something that I felt that we should talk about it again, but we will definitely do one whole episode on this. Yeah. So today we shall leave you with what we have shared, and especially for myself, the experience. And so this is, the problem is not the real problem.
So being lonely, feeling empty is not a problem. Yeah, as long as you recognize that and you want to, make a change and just be comfortable by yourself, I think you're doing good already.
That's right. Okay. So where can you find us?
So our social media handle is Connected Soul SG, which I will leave down here. And you can find us on Facebook, TikTok. We have a blog as well. And where are we?
LinkedIn.
Yes, LinkedIn as well. So basically, we are on all social medias.
Pinterest.
Yeah. So find us with this handle, Connected Soul SG. Yeah.
Yes. So please read our blogspot. We have a couple of new blogs up already. And I read hers, so it kind of like really ding. You need that moment. You need that aha moment. Go find the aha moment with our blogs.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next round.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.